Kia ora te whānau, ko Johanna te momo toko ingoa. I'm developing an app to help prevent the thoughts of suicide and to essentially save lives. But I need your help. I'll take you back to when I was early 20s and I was suicidal. That's when I realized I was suicidal, but I've been suicidal since I was a teenager. I was raised in a very once were warriors upbringing, all kinds of abuse that you could think of for a child, trauma, and just learning to deal with all that on my own, as well as trying to look after myself and my siblings, which obviously as a child I thought I didn't do very well. Also trying to look after my mother as well, who was beaten every day. But that led me to believing that I was only on this earth to look after everybody else and not myself. So as a teenager I got very suicidal and just did not think I was meant to be here, or just didn't know how to handle this life on my own, because I thought that I had to do it all on my own. Anyway, fast forward to when I realized I was suicidal. So I was sitting in a sewing machine. I was probably about 20 or 21, and I had this thought that I had to go away and never come back to stop hurting the people that I was hurting around me in my life. And I didn't think for a second that actually that might be hurting them. I didn't think for a second that me killing myself would be hurting the people that love me or that I love. So then I realized, okay, I don't think this is right. The next day I booked an appointment with my GP and I went and told her. And bear in mind, this was early 2000s, and the mental health system wasn't very good then. She just prescribed antidepressants and counselling, which was very judgmental kind of counselling, which wasn't very good at all. So I just took the antidepressants, but also drank a lot, and it made it worse. So it didn't really help much. But anyway, mainly the gist of it is that I just felt really alone. And so I was meditating one day at home, and I feel like that my tipuna gave me this kaupapa to develop an app to start with te reo Māori Whakataukii, spoken in te reo Māori Whakataukii and translated to English. And obviously that's a good way to learn pronunciation as well if you're wanting to learn te reo Māori, and have a daily affirmation to empower you, to interrupt the thoughts of suicide. So I thought that was an amazing idea, and I started developing this app. Long story short, it went a lot over budget, and it's all just a bit on hold at the moment. So what we want to do is give us a monthly subscription for the app, which will be amazing. You have a different whakatauki every day that you translate into English. You have the opportunity to create your own whakatauki, and you can journal every day about how the whakatauki affected your day, or how it empowered you, just to really get yourself out of your head, and just jot down, which is quite powerful as well, as getting stuff out of your head and jotting it down on a journal. And it'll do this all on your phone, and track yourself, and to do that. So then we'll give we're thinking like a monthly subscription, not much money, a couple of dollars. And what we'll do is if you subscribe, then you're giving this app to a rangatahi who's also feeling in the same situation of feeling alone and not knowing who they can talk to. So so we think it's a very good idea, and it definitely should happen. So this is where I need your help to help fund this, and I've started a Give a Little page. If you can have a look into however much you might be able to fund. I need to raise about $10,000 for it to be fully functional and looking great. Most of it's done. The nuts and bolts of it are done. Basically just need to do some artwork for it, and I've got someone, amazing person lined up for the voiceover already for the Whakataukii. Pretty much nearly all done. But I just need a little bit of extra money to help get us over the line, and your contribution to this will help save lives. So I hope you can help.
Ka kite.